Hey everyone, today what we're going to be doing is assembling an electric standing desk. We're setting up a workstation basically for my wife. She does some work from home these days, so I recently set up the desktop computer with a Wi-Fi adapter so that we don't have to run an Ethernet cable to her station. We've got some dual monitors we're going to be putting on a stand here soon and mounting to this desk. The first thing I want to do though is get this desk together so that we'll have the base that everything else is going to mount to. So we ordered this off of Amazon. I'll leave a link down below in case you want to pick one of these up. But otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started getting this desk set up. So we're going to open the desk. I want to cut kind of shallow just in case they didn't do a good job covering up the surface of the desk. I don't want to cut into that with my knife. It looks like I didn't have much to worry about. They do have it padded pretty well. This is the one we got. Got one of the legs here. Another leg. Some of these have numbers on them, so we want to keep those. Power adapter. Okay, there's the spinning part that will actually raise and lower it. Keep these in the bag. Got some more little fitting screws and got a screwdriver. Mounting brackets to the desk. Hey Mo. Yep. Desk panels. Let's set those back there for now. Clear this box out of the way and we'll get started. Alright. Locate your part that has the peg sticking out. You want to find this piece, and that's going to fit into there. And you're going to put one of your screws in there to hold it in place. These are labeled. Should make it fairly easy. And we need MG, actually. Pulled out the wrong tool there. Get that screwed in to this hole. That's going to fasten the rod to the motor right there. And you're going to take your other leg here, make sure your bracket is facing the same way as the bracket on your other one. Get that slid into place. Make sure it goes all the way in there. You take this piece, and this is going to hold these two pieces together. Make sure your holes line up there, and you need your larger wrench and your screws from MB here. There should be 6 that we're going to use right now. And you want to make sure you get all 6 of these in. And just like pretty much any time you're using multiple screws to fasten, a single piece together, you're going to want to just get them started in the holes and then come back and tighten them all up after they're all in, because if one of them has trouble going in, you don't want to have to go back and loosen a bunch of screws just to get the other piece lined up enough for that last screw to go in the hole. So just get them started, get them all in place, and then you can come back and tighten them all up. You don't want to over tighten them. You can strip out this aluminum if you put too much pressure on it. Just get it snug down so that it's not loose, you know, you're not going to have stuff rattling around, and definitely don't want it to come apart easily down the road. The next thing we're going to do is grab our feet. These are going to go on the bottom side down here. Facing away. You've got your rubber pieces here. Those are the actual feet that are going to touch the floor. You've got this that they're mounting to. So you want the feet facing away from the top of it. These are going to be your longer screws. They're labeled MC. You're going to have 8 of these that you're going to need to put in. And we're going to use that same tool to do so. Get the first one through, lined up with the hole. Get it started. Get another one through, line it up with the hole. Again, just get it started. That should help you line up the other ones. Get them in place. And then we'll do the same thing to the other leg on the other end. So again, grab one screw, get it through the holes. Find the hole it's going into on the leg. And just get it started in there. And once all 4 of them are in, you can start tightening them down. Make sure it's square, you know, to the leg. Just want it to have some aesthetic appeal there too, I guess. Just kind of eyeballing it. If I need to go back and adjust it, I can do that. Don't want to over tighten because it will bend this aluminum if you're not careful. Now we're going to flip the whole thing over. It should stand up on its own now. My extra screws here. Now we're going to take number 5. These are going to be our desktop mounting brackets. And we're using M-F. Should have 4 of these. And I like that they give you an extra. They're giving you an extra screw with each one. Better to have too many than not enough. And then we're mounting these. We're mounting these to the sides. You can see a couple of screw holes here. So we're using our larger headed screws. And I think I'm actually going to go get my bigger screwdriver because this is clearly not made for this size screw. All right, regular size screwdriver. I'm going to tighten these down. Self-centering. the shape of the hole, the shape of the head here allows it to center this in alignment with the hole there. You want to make sure you can see there's a dip in the side, a L bracket basically. That goes on the outside of each leg to hold it into place. And then these holes will hold it to the desktop itself. So now we just need to do the other side. Same thing. Get the screw started. Get the other one started. Tighten everything down. I'm just snugging it so that I can get the other one tight, you know, get it into that hole a little bit, get it all aligned, and then tighten it down. All right, I'm gonna slide this out of the way because our next step is to put our panels together. All of your rounded edges will be facing out. Make sure you have all the holes, so each side is going to have one edge, one flat that has a bunch of holes in it. Make sure those are all facing the same direction. Lay them down, butted up to each other, but then also add your dowels. They give you 4 dowels. You're going to want to push those into these 3 holes along the side, and that's going to hold everything in alignment. It's showing that there are 3 of these to put in. Mine only has a spot for 2, plus the outside pieces here. But I've got 4 of these, so I think I'm actually going to use those under this to give it a little more structure. This is just plastic, so I'm gonna run it through both of those. The screws we're using here are MD. That's these here. We need 8 total for this part. Now this is just MDF. Do not over tighten this screw. You crank it in there really hard and it's going to strip out that hole. You just want to go until it's snug. And that's it. And again, I'm just getting one in and then putting the other in to make sure it gets aligned properly. Then I can go ahead and snug this one up, and then I can come back and snug this one up. I've got my plastic bracket on the side. I'm going to run this through both of those. Tighten it down just enough to hold it in place so I can get the other side in. Snug it up. Snug up the other side. Don't over tighten. And we're going to get this other side in as well. Then we're going to get these pads and we're going to stick these around the other holes on the board so that it offers a bit of vibration, dissipation between the desktop and the legs. Minimize the vibration between the legs and the desktop. And I'm just going through trying to center this around each one of these holes as best I can. And then the last two, you have 4 down each side, and then the last 2 go right here, close to the center line there. Next thing is I'm gonna secure the legs to the top. So you want to line up your holes here with the corresponding holes in the desktop, 4 in each leg, and then you've got 2 here in the middle. And you're going to use the larger M-E screws for this part with the same Phillips head screwdriver. Same as always, just get it started in the hole. And get a few of these going, and then we can come back and snug them up after the fact. You've got, you know, some clearance between the tip of that screw and the desktop on the other side. But, you know, not only can you strip out the screw hole, but you can also, you know, you really ratchet down on it, you may poke that screw through the other side. You have a bunch of screw holes in your desktop. I'm just going to go back through and make sure I got them all tight. Okay. I think that'll do it. All right. We've got the controller here. Power supply. Want the power from the motor to connect in like so. Power adapter to connect in like so. And then we're going to screw this to the desktop here. And the screws we're going to use, these are the same ones that we used to connect, to hold these panels together. It's the MD, D as in David. The power adapter, we'll run that to the back of the board, back of the desk. And they give you a couple of these cable management connectors. I'll stick one of these here. And I'll actually stick the other one back here, but I'm not going to put the cable in it yet because I want that to finish curing the adhesive, to finish curing before I'm actually running a cable through it. Final thing here, we're going to just put this cable management piece in. Both of those back pieces. To get them out, you can just push this down, spin it. You can actually run cables up through that or pull the whole piece out like so. Now we just need to get it plugged in, see if it works. All right, got it plugged in. You can see the lights on here. Hold that down. Goes up. Hold this down. Comes down. And of course you have presets that we will set up later to decide, you know, heights that you want to preset as far as where you want it to go to. But that's going to do it. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Now, whether you got one of these desks and it just didn't come with instructions or just needed a little help with some of the steps to put it together, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, leave a like. If you'd like to see more of my assembly videos or just some how-to stuff around the house, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll leave links below to tools that I used in assembling this, the desk itself if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. I like it so far. It's really smooth going up and down, and so I think it'll work really well for my wife's situation as far as being able to work from home at a standing desk or even sitting down at the desk. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks a lot.